Here is a circuit set up to perform load test on three-phase alternator. This is the DC shunt motor that is coupled with the alternator shaft to control the speed of the alternator. The speed is measured using the tachometer. This is the DC excitation system. There are two power supply, one in the DC excitation system and another one in the DC shunt motor. There is a rheostator to provide the field current to the rotor, and this is the DC ammeter and voltmeter to measure the field current and field voltage of the alternator. This is the AC ammeter and AC voltmeter to measure the line current and line voltage of the alternator, and this is the DC ammeter and voltmeter to measure the armature current and armature voltage of the DC shunt motor. This is a setup of the resistive loads. So the first step is to close the double pole single throw switch connected to the DC shunt motor, and the power supply is used to increase the armature voltage of the DC shunt motor. The value of the armature voltage is increased gradually. So after the desired speed is achieved, the DC excitation to the synchronous generator must be turned on. Before that, if we notice the voltmeter that is connected to the alternator to measure the line voltage measures a value of 27 volts instead of 0 volts. This 27 volt is due to the residual magnetism present inside the alternator. So in the rotor field circuit, by using an external DC supply, the field winding is excited. A rheostat is connected in series with the field winding to control the flux, that is the current in the field winding. First, the double pole double throw switch is closed and the power supply is given to the rheostat. After giving the DC supply to the field winding, the field current is adjusted in order to adjust the flux, so that the rated value of the terminal voltage of the alternator is attained. The value of the resistance is cut down to increase the value of the field current, because resistance is inversely proportional to current. The alternator rating of terminal voltage is 415 volts. Now DC excitation will be held constant throughout the experimentation. So to test the machine on load, we'll be applying the loads from the resistive load bank. And each load, when applied, the data will be stored here. As we go on increasing the resistance, the terminal voltage of the three-phase alternator and the speed will also reduce. So this is a three-phase alternator at full load condition. So now the data will be displayed here. The plotting of graph against each parameters can be generated here. the graph between the output of the alternator and the efficiency. This is the graph between the output of the alternator and the percentage voltage regulation of the alternator. This is the graph between the output of the alternator and the speed. Remove the field excitation of the synchronous alternator with double pole single throw switch. Switch off the resistance from circuits of generator. And cut off the supply through the double pole single throw switch of the DC shunt motor after making all applied quantities zero. So as the load is increased, the DC input to the motor will also increase to bring back the speed of the alternator to the synchronous speed. Due to the voltage regulation effect, even though speed is restored, drooping characteristics are observed for terminal voltage against line current of alternator. Load test of an alternator provides information about the efficiency and the regulation. It is performed by deriving the alternator at its rated speed and increase the field excitation till the armature voltage reaches to its rated value. The increase the load on alternator terminals. During this process, alternator armature current will increase. Terminal voltage will vary according to the type of the load. By observing the input and output of an alternator at each load, we can calculate the corresponding efficiency and regulation.